Good evening, and thanks so much for being here. Thank you, Patrick and the NYSED board for your leadership. Thank you to our generous sponsors. Welcome to our legislative, executive chamber, and state agency partners. And most importantly, happy 50th birthday, NYSED. Perfect, thank you. Governor Hugh Carey signed off on two very important instruments in 1975, the Willowbrook Consent Decree and Article 11, Section 162 of the state finance law. Both were the first steps to advance special social and economic goals related to the employment of New Yorkers with disabilities. It was a novel concept to leverage the enormous purchasing power of government to create employment opportunities for a marginalized population. In June 1975, NYSED was designated by the State Education Department to facilitate the Preferred Source Program, and in 1977, we had 5 member agencies performing on 20 contracts. In 1994, corporate partners joined, and individuals with disabilities earned the opportunity to work in competitive, integrated employment at private companies. Many first-time taxpayers have moved up the ranks, their futures having been forged by an entry-level position with support and training on a NYSED contract. In 2010 and in 2013, OMH and OPWDD instituted workshop transformation. Member agencies embrace this by creating social enterprises where individuals with disabilities work for competitive wages alongside non-disabled individuals in public-facing positions. In 2017, then NYSED Chair Kevin Crosley, CEO of R. Kirkheimer, led a search for a new NYSED president and CEO. I joined NYSED in 2018 as our first female leader. The incredible team at NYSED embraced change. We prioritized advocacy initiatives, grew the member agency grant and loan programs, we enhanced ethics and compliance, increased transparency with regulators, engaged with private sector sales and supply chain diversification. The commodities division sought out New York manufacturers and moved to an outsourced warehousing model. A new ERP was rolled out, and the last 2% of work on 14C was officially phased out. Of the 40 state use programs in the US, NYSED is the only one that operates fully in employment first principles and has corporate partners. We are also one of the largest, proving that competitive wages for individuals with disabilities works. NYSED became a model employer at our own headquarters. 18% of our workforce identifies as disabled. NYSED was recognized in 2025 with the Anchor Community Builder Award and the ARC New York Employer Recognition Award. In joining the CEO Commission on Disability Employment, NYSED is working side by side with large national corporations to create lasting legislative change at the federal level through the SSI Savings Penalty Elimination Act, the ABLE Employment Flexibility Act, and the Transformation to Competitive Integrated Employment Act. The Rockefeller Institute of Government, in a review of NYSED's economic impact, recommended, and the legislature and Governor Hochul concurred in 2022, that the enabling statute should be modernized to meet the employment first framework. In 2025, the modernization was extended for another 3 years to 2028. I will, again, be leaning on all of you in 2027 as we strive to make the changes permanent. Today, NYSED has 102 member agencies and 42 corporate partners. We manage over 3,500 contracts annually. Even with this substantial growth, NYSED accounts for less than 1% of the state's $130 billion total procurement spend. This must change. Individuals with disabilities account for 10% of New York's population. Disabled New Yorkers are 2.6 times more likely to live in poverty, 2.5 times more likely to be involved in the criminal justice system, and 4 times more likely to be homeless than non-disabled New Yorkers. Disabled New Yorkers are unemployed at 64%. Prioritizing employment for individuals with disabilities creates savings in safety net programs and new income tax revenue. NYSED commits to creating the right mix of goods and services to grow state spend. We need new modernized definitions through the Procurement Council, as well as tapering the administrative burden to go to contract. I thank each member of the spectacular NYSED team for their contributions and commitment to our mission. In 2025, NYSED was named a Best Place to Work by the Albany Times-Union for the 3rd time. I would like to recognize a few employees with significant milestones worth celebrating this year. Joe Messina, Director of Business Development, is 35 years of service with NYSED. Maureen Cronin, Contract Administration Manager, 25 years. Where's Maureen? Sharon Segura, Internal Controls Specialist, 20 years. Kathy Young, Supervisor Accounts Payable, 20 years. And after 28 years of dedicated service, Donna Whitco, Senior Contract Administration Specialist, retired in 2025. In 2025, NYSED gave back hundreds of volunteer hours, $115,000 in charitable contributions. We awarded $59,000 in matching grants. We absorbed over $70,000 in interest payments and $395,000 in credit card fees. We warehoused over 64,000 cases of product. We're proud of the 6,489 jobs created. In 2025, 4,833 were employment opportunities for individuals with disabilities, with an average hourly wage of $23.66. The total taxable, I always like to say taxable when I meet with elected officials, the total taxable disabled wages earned in 2025 were $87.9 million, creating a nearly $400 million statewide economic impact. As we celebrate, let's pause to reflect on the incredible journey that has brought us here. For 5 decades, NYSED has worked diligently on behalf of individuals with disabilities, empowering them to live with dignity, purpose, and most importantly, independence. Every milestone we've reached has been made possible by the dedication of our partners and staff and the trust of the people that we serve. While we're proud of our history, we're even more inspired by what lies ahead. The next chapter will bring new opportunities to innovate, advocate, and expand our impact. Guided by our mission and strengthened by our shared values, we remain committed to building a future where every person, regardless of ability, has the chance to thrive. Here's to the next 50 years of inclusion. Together, we'll forge futures. So for our 50th anniversary, the NYSED team did a service project, and let's cue up that video for everyone to see. We're at the Albany Therapeutic Riding Center today, celebrating NYSED's 50th anniversary as a team, doing a service project with an organization that serves the same people that we do. I'm thrilled that the staff chose the Therapeutic Riding Center here in Albany as a place that we could come together, work together, and celebrate our 50th anniversary together. We're gonna do some cleanup. We're gonna stain some picnic tables. We purchased the picnic tables and the chairs from Essex Industries, one of our member agencies. I was really happy to see the picnic table that's accessible. So if someone comes here in a wheelchair and wants a quiet space and a place to be when they're not learning how to ride a horse, there's a space for them here. So individuals with disabilities should have access to the same recreational opportunities that non-disabled individuals have access to. And what I really like about this place is they've created that access for individuals with disabilities, people who are neurodiverse, veterans who may have PTSD, as an accessible, quiet place that they can come and participate in a recreational activity just like everybody else can. So here today we have a large contingent of our staff from our Albany office. I'm really happy to see who's turned out today to work on the project. These are great opportunities for us. It builds camaraderie, teamwork. Everybody gets to know each other a little bit better when you come to one of these events. Happy 50th birthday, NYSID. Thank you to all of our members, corporate partners, everyone that we've worked with over the last 50 years to change the trajectory of individuals with disabilities in the workplace.
Thank you,